obsessed with his collections.
Hello and welcome along to Mondo, Chelloveck movies. My name is John, and this video is going to be some pickups I've got recently, maybe in the past couple of weeks. What I originally planned to do with this video was to take the screenshots that I normally do and then put them on to this video, but I have not had the time to do that. Now, rather than just putting out one video this week, I'm going to do this to put out 2 videos this week, and hopefully I'll be back to normal next week. The past couple of weeks have been just super busy and never had any time. I've been out every single day for the past week and a bit. So that's why there's been a bit of a break in the videos, and I want to get back to putting these videos out regularly. So once again, apologies in advance for that. So take it away, me. Next up, another one I think I talked about, Napoleon. Have I talked about this one before? Look at the price on this. I was in town the other day with my good friend, Sammy G. And I was trying to find this one. I couldn't find this one to show him. But I'm sure it was, the last time I saw it, I think it was even more than that. £36.99, I think it was £38 the last time I saw it. It was reduced to this, and it's got, I think, about 4 discs in here. And Stanley Kubrick says, a masterpiece of cinematic invention. The thing about it is, because it's so expensive, is because it's on Blu-ray and it's 6 hours long. And I believe there was a longer cut as well, but they can't find the extra hour. You know. Can you believe it? So I will watch it, but wow, it's going to take some watching. The screenshots of this is, when I watched it, you can tell some is from different elements. Some of it, you can tell it's from the original negative or close to it because it's pin sharp, looks beautiful. Other ones, it gets that soft, scratchy look, so you can tell the differences. But the fact that they've even got this thing is amazing. And I don't know what it is about these things, but I can just watch these things till cows come home. It's as if, and I've said this before plenty of times, 1927. Yeah, so 100 years old. You can more or less say that everybody in the world, it sounds a bit gloomy, but it's a bit of a fascinating thing to say. Everybody in the world that was around when this was made is probably long gone. Everybody in the world, the whole world, you know. There'll be a handful of people left that were alive when this thing was put together. Nuts, isn't it? But I don't know when I'm going to watch it, but I'm really interested to watch it. There's a ton as well, but I tell you what, I'm glad I got in that sale, because if you think I'm paying that for it, you can hang a whistle, right? Napoleon. To be honest, if I saw anything that was cheap or even anything I liked in silent movies, I'll go straight for it. Next is The Good Guys Wear Black. Chuck Norris. I was going to blank there. Chuck Norris, £12.99. I mean, you kind of grumble with that. Yeah, it's that's got reversible art, has it? No, it mustn't have. Good picture quality. Never seen it before, but I'm in a bit of a the Chuck Norris vibe at the minute. I knew I should have put my falses in. Next is North by Northwest. Now these are coming out in the order that I bought them in, because I have them on my phone, so I can tell you exactly when they came out when I got them. This is from HMV. And on the back of when I watch channels, when they talk about films like this, everyone's talked highly about this one. I missed the box set off. I wasn't too bothered about the box sets, and when I saw it with a slipcover on, that would do me, because these films, as much as I like them and respect them, they're not ones that I actively seek out. But if it was there and it was cheap and it's sale, I would definitely get it. But I've got it, so that's that. And I've heard great things about this one, and I thought, right, there it is. I'm going to buy that one, because me and the Debs will like films like this, although I think this is quite long. Put it on, and it is absolutely stunning. It's the same as the other ones I've got up there. I got from my good friend, the 4K chef, Paul. Now, it's up there. It's the Alfred Hitchcock set, Volume 1, I think it is. I remember that scene, obviously. Everyone does. I can't remember the ins and outs of it. Can't wait to see it, actually. It's finding the time now, as you know. Next, I got up one that I've been after for a long time. It's one of my favourite films from this line, the Shameless ones, and it is The Frightened Woman, or what's it called, the other? Femina Ridens. The definitive 4K restored version from the DVD looked quite good. I don't know if there's anything in this one, or that one there was the definitive version on DVD. I just think this movie is absolutely great. Mainly for the fact as well That's up there, and she's still going. I thought she'd passed recently, actually, but she hasn't. Dagmar Lysander is in this movie. It might be my favourite movie of hers, even though every movie I've seen her in is been extraordinary. So that's The Frightened Woman. Great, great looking film. Next, I've been after this for a long time, and I saw it in the CX. Now, every time I went to see it recently, I was waiting for it to go on a sale at 2 for 30, and it's not in there. Is it in there just now? But anyway, the slip's gone. And usually, when I probably after buying this, every time I go in it, there would be a slip in it. And I thought, I'm not missing a slip on this one. So I got Furiosa with a slip. This is 20 quid, a bit more than I wanted to pay. It's in good condition. And the 4K on this, I think this might be the best looking 4K out of the five quintology, the five films. For me, it's absolutely stunning. I mean, it was stunning, the pictures. Deborah's a big fan of this, as my son is. I am. Excellent. Can't wait to watch this one. And it looks stunning. £20 bit over the top. At least I got a slip. The same for this. £20. Now, that to me was that should have been 15 quid. And I would have been happy with that. 20. I was like, but I thought it's there. I'm going to buy it and I've got it and I don't have to think about it again. This one was £20 as well. And it is the American Pie 4K set. In good condition. It's got all the stuff in it. This is a lovely box here. Why? 20 quid for this. All the stuff's inside as well. The picture quality in here does look pretty good. I was expecting a little bit more, but obviously I think it's the best that can get it. But it doesn't blow you away, shall I say. But really glad to get it. Next there's quite a few here, but I'll whiz through them. Next I got Circus of Horrors. This was in the 2 for £15. I kept going past this about 1,000 times, exaggeration instead. I'm sure I got that, but I'm not too sure. And I kept coming back to the shelves and saying, I'll have a look in the shelves, forgetting about it. When I went back, and I thought, I'm not going to buy it until I find out. So anyway, I did find out, and I thought this sale would be right off, but it's still there. So I thought, right, I'll have one of them. It looks sensational. I used to watch this. It used to seem to be on the telly all the time. I remember it from the telly. Never seen it since, but I do remember this film. I remember this one used to really freak me out with this fellow takes over a circus. I think he's a bit of a charlatan. He turned the greatest show on earth into a circus of horrors. Yeah, the storyline of it is pretty good actually. This fellow comes in and he just takes over this the circus, but it's the way he treats people. It's really good actually, but looks great. Next is one that I've been after for such a long time, and when the box set came out, I thought I'll have one of them. And the box set went out of print, and it was £17.99, but I did want it. It is Planet of the Vampires. This is the Radiance one. It looks great. Although I do think this one personally could look a little bit better. Has it got a 4K remaster? I'm not too sure, but I do think that this should be in 4K because it's that colourful. And I think that they have missed a trick because I don't think they do 4Ks anyway. I was hoping for a 4K on this one. Never mind, because it's that much of a good, colourful film. Shot in probably a time when, late 60s, when these things just looked really good in colour. Next is another one from CEX. And I saw it and I thought, it is. I want to try these out. I'm a big fan of this particular artist's, film stars work. But every time I see it in HMV, it's always full price. It's £15, but it's a bit of a gamble because it's just like a bog standard thing. And because it's bog standard, I expect it to be about £11.99. Although this company never have a sale. So I got Elvis. It happened at the World's Fair. This was 12 quid, and I thought, right, nice. Because I don't know how these look, although I saw a video online of this fella going through them, and he said basically they all look good on Blu-ray. Usually. They all sort of blend into one, but I just love an Elvis film. Really do. He is the king. Elvis on tour, which is going to come out with it's going to get all the footage put back into it. And Baz Luhrmann is doing it. It sounds great, but they talked about this for a long time. They say, we're going to do it, and they never do it. But this Baz Luhrmann apparently is going to go back and do a super, super cut of this. Because there's tons of stuff they didn't shoot in Elvis on tour, which is from around about 1972. I'll go and get the other ones. I think there's about 3 of them in there. And obviously done 33 films. I haven't got them all, but I will get them all because I'll have a good time with them all. Even though Elvis film is an Elvis film, you get what you're given, but I think he's great. Just a shame he never made like the definitive, well, King Creole. But he never made like a really, really good film. I think he had one in him, but he just wasn't steered in that way, was he? Because of his best friend, Colonel Tom Parker. Or you can just call him Colonel Tom, couldn't you? Next up is the one that was in there, and it was really stupidly expensive. I saw for £22 a gun. You can whistle with that one. You can whistle, and it seems to it's come down. It's come down. It went down to 15 quid, and I thought I'll have a bit of that, and it is free. Now you might say, so what? And you'd be right, but the so what behind it is it's a Section 3 video nasty. It's got a brilliant print, 1977, 83 minutes. Obviously indicator, loads and loads of special features. Anyway, I've got it now. That's another one to cross off the list. So that's Prey. I don't even know what it's about, but if it's on the list, it's getting got, isn't it? Next up, I got the 2 for £30 sale, and I was looking through the shelves, and I thought, right, there must be something coming into this sale because I've let a load of them go by. The first one I've got here is Adam's Family Values, but it looks spectacular. However, I do think the Blu-ray of the first one looks really nice. I think the first one would probably look slightly better than this, but not taking anything away from it. It does look fantastic and a great film to boot. Next up, I got Point Break. This weighs a ton, and the reason why it weighs a ton is because it's got some, it doesn't say on here, it's got some R cards in here. Now, I haven't seen this for a long time. I remember liking it, and then we sort of forget all about it. We're big fans of Keanu Reeves, and Patrick Swayze was one of my mum's favourite stars. She loved this film as well, and she used to watch it all the time. And I thought, I'm going to go back and revisit that, as for nostalgic purposes on that thing. So I put it on. I've not got it, obviously. I think my mum's DVD is downstairs somewhere. But I've got to say that the picture quality in here is not as good as I thought it was going to be, because this film is filmed on a beach, so it should look unbelievable. A bit like the Russ Meyer ones look unbelievable because they're filmed outside in the desert. This one just is a bit dark, and I'm not saying it's dark because of the Dolby Vision and stuff like that. It just comes across as if it's like, I don't know, it could have been better. That's all I'm saying. But I haven't got it, and it does look good. But when you think to yourself, I think that just the way it's shot, it would be a little bit better. I don't know. Anyway, so that's Point Break, and I don't dare put that on the top of this, so it's going to go down there. But it weighs a ton. But I'm glad I've got it anyway. That's two. Next one I got in the 2 for £15, but probably one of them Hammer ones that I've shown on the latest Hammer video, and I talked about one-sided triangle is Blazing Magnum. When when you walk past the shelf and you see something, you think, I like the look of that. Don't know anything about this. And the title as well. Blazing Magnum, Shadows in an Empty Room. It's got a great cast as well. It's also starring, weirdly enough, it's got John Saxon in, Stuart Whitman, and Martin Landau, after he was, and Tisa Farrow. Now, Tisa Farrow, for the amazing Tisa Farrow, just passed away recently, actually, very recently. She was in Zombie Flesh Eaters. Was she in City of the Living Dead? No, she might have been, but she was in a few of the Anthropophagus. She was in a few of them ones, and I thought, she didn't do many films. Yeah, she plays a blind woman, and obviously Mia Farrow played a blind woman in a film probably before this one. But I thought, oh, that's strange. I didn't realise that was going to happen. But yeah, interested to see this for that reason alone. But got some more cards in here. Yeah, but it's an 18. It's meant to be really violent. But yeah, that's my middle name. It is. I was up the town the other day, and I met up with my good friend Stephen Pratt, and we were sort of just chewing the fat, and that's a rhyme, but I don't know it. We just had a great time up there, and I was looking at this thing, and I thought, I'd heard on a video of somebody in America, they were saying they couldn't get through this film. They found it so over the top and offensive, and I thought, I'll be watching that. Now, as well as watching on the shelves, I couldn't really see anything I fancied, but I did see this thing. And I said to Stephen, I says, I'm going to get that one because I've heard that thing about it. So, and I've always wanted. I mean, I've got a few of the 4Ks from Indicator in this fashion, and I think they look absolutely brilliant. So I thought I'm getting it because of that, and it is the demoniacs. I'm going to call it. This is a Jean Rollin film. But this is what I said. This is these sets here. I mean, the 25 quid. I do think these are well worth the money. 2025. Look at that. Eh? In the year 2525. Yeah, I know. It was a joke. Memorable. I like memorable numbers. This is meant to be wild, according to that fella. And when I did put it on, I don't think any of the, do his chapter search. I don't think anybody had any clothes on. But apart from that, it's meant to be wild and just like trippy. He said that he just made something that was just nuts. And even by his standards, he said it's nothing like anything he's ever done. So I thought, right, I'm in for that. So there you go. That's the whole lot there. So once again, hopefully next week, everything will be back to normal. So thanks for watching. You take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.